FutureDad 45. Competence is indistinguishable from magic. Quote, true competence is based on one's own ability to observe. End quote. L. Ron Hubbard. The starting premise of this essay is that competence is a core part of a man's identity. Competence is something given a more sophisticated name like expertise, or a more mystical one like intuition, but usually these types of proficiency boil down to plain competence. We pride ourselves on our skills, our competence, and we garner respect from one another for achieving something practical, something useful. It pays back tenfold in a man's self-esteem for the rest of his life. That's why if a woman belittles a man for being unskilled, i.e. incompetent, in a thing, whether putting up a shelf or satisfying her sexually, the man's confidence takes a hefty knock. It's worth saying that there are two main things which have failed in a relationship when that happens. On the man's side, he's expected to have prioritized how to be good at things which matter. On a woman's side, she is expected to love and respect her man enough to build him up when he needs it. Otherwise, why be by his side at all? So if she believes her man is incompetent, she's doing them both a favour by hitting the curb. Relationships can survive rough patches, but never open contempt. Cascade effects. All this underlines the importance of competence for both a man's self-worth and his success with women. And thus the implications go much further. Since individual men are the building blocks of advanced society, basic competence is an absolutely crucial ingredient for even the most advanced society to function. Its decline is a significant hallmark of the current slow-motion collapse of the civilized world. In short, that collapse is one of cascading incompetence. Put differently, the modern world's complexity is outstripping our ability to service it competently. I also discuss this in FutureDad 19, The Death of Customer Service, a little bit in FutureDad 41, Seeking Wisdom from Practitioners and Philosophers, and tangentially in FutureDad 42, Everything New Takes 4 times as long. Essentially, it is this. If competence, something close to the core value of most men, is vanishing, then it's as if men themselves are vanishing. Next step. Therefore, my guidance to young and even not so young men, given that I want you to succeed and society to flourish, is to hone your skills in everything. As a young man, you may not even want society to flourish, since that society lately prefers to demonize you for immutable characteristics. Nonetheless, it is indispensable for your own well-being, not to mention your success with women. Where to start? Read FutureDad 5, Study is Physical, to help you. Every opportunity you have to learn a skill, act as if you are sitting an exam on it the next day. Act as if you have a large bet with someone who says you can't do it. Treat it as if one day you will attract a woman of your dreams because you are skilled in that thing, even if the thing doesn't matter to you all that much right now. Let's go further. How do you become usefully competent across many things? How do you achieve a level of multi-competence that is indistinguishable from magic? There are 3 key ways. 1. Focused learning. 2. Rapid application. 3. Habit forming. 1. Focused learning. Start by applying maximum focus to learning each skill. I talk much more about focus in FutureDad 24, You're Paid for Your Focus. One notable way is through the art of questioning. Ask questions of the person teaching the skill. When you think you've asked enough questions, you haven't. Ask more. During my master's degree, in a class on bond interest rates, specifically bootstrapping the yield curve, I asked 8 questions. There was only one person who asked more, about twice as many in fact, a loud, annoying lady who worked at Bloomberg. People may have been annoyed at me because of my frequent questions. I know I was annoyed at her. But here's the thing, neither of us asked enough questions. That single lecture should have caused all the other students and the lecturer to have a blistering headache from mental exhaustion. Otherwise, why are they paying good money and/or precious time to be there? To sit passively, while the information no doubt slides off their head like melting ice cream. You must be obsessively invested in that moment, or everything you learn will be half-hearted, half-baked, and half-remembered. 2. Rapid application. The next part after focus is application. Apply what you've just learned to situations and problems wherever you can, as soon as possible after the ingestion of the knowledge. Knowledge is unfinished without the application and transmission. Unplug, unwire, then rewire an electronic appliance. Bake a cake with minimum possible carbs. Build something which fails, then a second time, then a third time, until the 9th time, whereupon, like magic, you suddenly have the craftsmanship to be able to fix. Do everything you can to test your learned knowledge, or it will die much sooner than you. That includes teaching it on. Nothing solidifies knowledge more than teaching it, especially to a large, hostile audience. See FutureDad 49, the confidence point system. You will soon find out if you really know your onions when you're under pressure to explain it in front of others. In summary, apply the focused learning under the gravitational pressure of man or nature correcting you. 3. Habit forming. The last part is straightforward once you have understood FutureDad 14 Habits Part 1, Habits Eat Willpower for Breakfast, and FutureDad 23, Habits Part 2, How to Create Good Habits. Build a habit of the skills learned and practiced in points 1 and 2. Repeatedly do the ones most useful, the ones you'd like to promote to the level of muscle memory, the last memory to forget, long after your actual memory smudges it from history. Build a habit out of doing just that, and before too long people will comment about how you seem to know and have skills in everything. Conclusion. To conclude, just as canny investing involves at minimum a fully diversified portfolio, investing cleverly in a diversified set of skills will lead you to become a Renaissance man. That means knowing a lot about, and crucially being skilled in, many varied things. From badminton to oil painting, from building a wardrobe to chess. Eventually your expertise will be so out of reach of everyone's everyday experience, it will be indistinguishable from magic. Especially when increasingly, all around you, people are competent in little more than pressing buttons. FutureDad.